Hey, RetconRaider here, and welcome back to Xenonauts 2. As today, tensions grow ever higher. The war continues to escalate as we persistently push back against the threats now in our orbit. Our first raid on U001 went well, though it is hard to say if we'll be able to repeat that performance, considering that, we had the element of surprise. We can also probably expect a bit more pressure down here as well, now that the aliens know we can hit back in ways that actually matter. And to that end, we continue building up our current arsenal, including our new dropship, courtesy of our finally functional flight base at 404. But, before we really worry about any of that, we've also got something else we need to worry about. Yeah, it turns out we do in fact have an alien base. No idea how they built it right under our noses, but I'm not really going to complain. I mean, we could use the resources. Oh, and speaking of resources, it turns out we did not in fact walk away from the satellite raid empty-handed, because the data cubes are actually our loot object for that particular run. They're not worth a ton, but we do get something at least. Though again, in future runs, we'll try to go a little out of our way to maybe grab some extra loot whenever we go up there. That said, let's push up the clock. I want to bank an extra upgrade real quick before we go in. There we go. Alright. Let's go ahead and wipe this base. Sadly, this time we are beholden to the 10-man limit on our current dropship. But that's fine. We're going in slightly heavier than I otherwise would have. If we had a full 12-man crew, I'd fit a couple of extra rookies in there. I am also half expecting there to be another spike in the actual alien resistance we encounter, since it has, I think, been a while since our last alien base raid, not counting the satellite. Hence the double machine guns. Good luck, raiders. And to those about to die, etc., etc. I mean, ultimately our strategy here remains unchanged regardless of what we run into. We're just going to carve our way through as quickly as possible from one end to the other, in search of that command room. Once we've got that secured, the mission's basically won. Everything after that's just going through the motions. Knowing exactly where the enemies are really does kind of trivialize things. And we're in. Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, this is clearly not the normal alien base layout. Like, we don't even have an arrival telepad. This is more like the cleaner base. Which I do actually kind of like. It implies the aliens are still using some of the co-opted human facilities. Though, I imagine we won't be seeing any former X-Def in here. Which is a bit of a shame. You'd think they'd still be trying to, use those as shock troops as well. Does seem weird. They just completely fell off the map after we cleared out that one base. Especially since there are signs the aliens never really stopped abducting people after. What are they doing with them? Anyway, current plan is simple. We're just going to punch through these two doors, try to move on roughly parallel tracks. Canvas this side of the base first, in search of our command room. We want our guys on two separate tracks to make the clearing faster, but also close enough to each other that if one really gets bogged down, the other can just swing in and assist. That's the plan anyway. We'll see how it works in actual practice. It also really does, I guess, depend on exactly what kind of threats we do encounter. Reapers or Androns, for example, might require a slight shift in tactics. Hold. Okay, pretty sure we heard an Andron there. But we are not hearing any hovering units. No tanks, no servitors, no mentarchs. Ah, and we've got little corridor airlocks, that's annoying. But not unusual. That'll slow our advance a bit, but it's fine. Plan remains materially unchanged. Yeah, we're moving a bit slow, but I just want to make sure we have enough points banked to mulch anything that tries to push on us. No hovering units, so I mean, I think we are just up against conventional bipedal. Breach. Ah, shit. And there's our first Andron. Yeah, those guys are... Alright, well, at a glance, right off the bat, definitely upgraded. That's a slightly different shade than the ones we normally meet. And it's facing right towards us. Which is tough, because there's no way for us to stun those guys. We'll just have to start tagging and hope for the best. Fingers crossed. Okay, okay, cover cleared. Good so far. Can we kill him in one shot? Lula. How we looking off right? Target pinged. Secton down the ways, facing away. Anything else? Yes, we also have a Scion, which is slightly more problematic. Let's go ahead and clear the non-com. Should go down easy. Nice. And hold here. Ideally, I would like to lock the Scion and kill the Secton. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure we've got a good angle. Yeah, there's just too much in the way. We'll have to get closer than I'd like. Oh, okay. Well, scratch that. We'll just lock this guy instead. Fall back. Leaves the Scion unfettered, but far enough back that I'm not hugely concerned about it. As for you... Oh. Okay, okay. Really would have rather killed, but we will take a solid hit plus suppress. Are we looking off right? Twisty corridors, I hate that. Though we do look clear. We'll try to stick to the path closest to the one Team A is currently on. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and push right in. We don't want to stay out here in the hall if we can help it. Oof. Not really sure that's better. We've got a whole lot more doors. But we already cracked it open, so let's set ourselves up. We'll try to keep ourselves covered best we can. Shield up front. Arrow off right. Yeah, let's get you on one of the side doors. And then the rest moving up behind. I am not super confident with this positioning, but waffling will only make it worse. Come on, Henrik. Yeah, why don't you just, yeah, set up right here, I guess. 2 guns on the door. Hopefully sufficient. Fingers crossed. Oh. Okay, well that was just about the worst result we could have possibly gotten, because it completely bypassed the suppress. Diego, how we looking? Oh yeah. 2/3 of the shield already shaved off. Less than ideal, but could be worse. At least the Scion bailed. Peek? Okay. Flanking hall. Let's, push the next door. Should hopefully be able to loop back around and help Team A soon. But let's go ahead and clear this guy. That should be relatively easy to do. There we go. Do need to be mindful of the Scion on our flank. It left the room, but not the area. So let's get that door covered. Oh, right. Also, we still have that, sect on there. Yes. And if it did not move, that means it does have points banked. Hi. Yes, we'll take it. Cam? There we go. Secton out. Hug cover. And get guns trained, at least. Whoever we've got left. Not enough to kill, but hopefully enough to suppress. Okay. Back to Team B. Let's go ahead and bring the rest of you up. I don't know if we want to breach this door yet, but we'll set on it. Watch the hall. Hold. Okay. You know, all things considered, that could have been way worse. Hey, nice. Alright. Arrow took a pretty nasty hit there, but otherwise we're in pretty good shape, I think. Let's go ahead and clear these 2 threats. Seb out. And tuck in. And you. Well, first things first. Rest of the room's clear. Now, let's take care of the Scion. again, should go down fairly easy. We already tagged her for like 100. Nice. Hug cover. Watch the doors. Too risky to push all the way over. We'll set up here on mid. Team B stalled anyway. No need to rush. Hold. Oh, for goodness sake. Alright, okay, I'll take that. Yeah, we're just gonna ignore that, pretend we didn't even see it. Keep pushing up, keep looking for that command room. Which this is not, but it is a large open hangar. Interesting. Seems relatively clear, but I believe in the past we've encountered enemies inside the parked ships. We'll set up here on the corner. Keep guns trained on all these doors. Oh, so many different angles enemies could approach us from. This is rough. Doubly so now that we know there's a Seb behind us, though theoretically far enough away that he can't just run in and attack. If he does come after us, we'll at least have time to react. And Team A. Keep pushing off right. We want to stay on those parallel tracks. Door up ahead does imply that we'll have some overlap. We'll set here for now. Yeah, you need to give everyone time to catch up. Hold. Okay. Okay. Seems pretty quiet. Breach on left. Airlock, of course. But does give us a good place to regroup. As risky as it might be to cluster up, it does, at the very least, restrict their avenues of approach. As opposed to this mess, where we've got, like, 7. Let's go ahead and crack this door. Should have another airlock. That would make a more ideal place to set. Yes, perfect. Hearing some teleporters, so I think we're getting close. Scion pinged. And Seb. I am very glad we checked both angles. too awkward from here. We do have a... Well, yeah. We do have a slight blind approach here. Okay. Nice. Wasn't sure that would get it done. But it did, so now we're good. Go ahead and take him out. And then the Scion as well. Only one other doorway. I think we're on the right track. Hey, nice. Less nice, but we'll take it. Go for cat. Oh, solid. But not quite enough. Henrik? Nice. And the Scion. Let's go ahead and lock her down. Yeah, again, better safe than sorry. Target locked. Pile it on. Also, cover the door. Okay, target's dead, but we'll take it. Would have been nice to get a cap, but not a huge deal. Plenty more where that one came from. Also leaves us a fair few points banked for Overwatch. Hold. Here's hoping we've got the command room just behind that door. Okay, okay. Set. Breach? Huh. Really hope we're headed the right way. I mean, it feels like it must be. It's either that way or the other one off right. But either way, in theory, the command room's generally going to be the opposite side you came in. And we're already over here. Make sure we're watching our back. Hold. And breach. Huh. Some sort of mini command room. Not quite what we're looking for, but interesting nonetheless. Okay, so door off left obviously heads back that way, but door off right seems like a pretty solid bet. That would put us right opposite where we came in. Let's just make sure we're actually clear. Okay. Lock it down. Whoop. Didn't mean to do that. Should probably get some people watching our back, too. Yeah, really wish I hadn't trashed that cover. That's fine. We'll work with what we've got. Does leave us more open than I'd like, though. Anyone coming from the left. Hold. Oh. Nice, nice. And the other one hung back. Okay, yeah, we can work with that. Let's go ahead and neutralize this one, then we'll push the other. We'll have to delay the breach. First one's out. Now we just need to... Actually, I mean, we don't even really need to push the other. We could just hold where we are. Yeah, keep these guys situated here so we're still making movement towards what is hopefully the command center, and then keep the rest of our guns trained. If the other one pushes, then we'll be ready. Though we'll go extra heavy just in case. Cam, why don't you set up over here? All right, hold. And target out. Would have been nice to cat, but we'll take what we can get. Regroup, prep to breach. We'll leave maybe 4 guys to watch our back. Breach. Okay, this looks promising. No targets immediately pinged. Hold in doorway. Methinks we might have our teleporters just inside that inner chamber. So, the rest of our guys pull up, but continue watching our back. We just don't want them too far in case it hits the fan once we crack that next room open. Okay, hold. Pretty quiet out there. A little too quiet. Push up. And peek. There we go. There's our teleporters to the command room. Seemingly unguarded, very unusual. Let's get a quick look up top. We'll plug up the porters on our way back out. Okay. Honestly, much sparser than I would have expected. 1 Seb, 2 Scion. Hold there. We'll do the same with all 3 of the other porters. Just, block them off until we're sure the rest of the area is secure. And bring in the rest. We should really check around the sides, but for now, let's just set up in here. There's only 2 ways in, so I mean, I'm not too worried. They either come in behind us or from dead ahead. And if they come in from the other side, they've got 2 shields and a tank to contend with. Plus whatever guns we have poised. And hold. Ah. Hey, nice. Though we did have some minor collateral on Arrow, unfortunately. Nothing too bad, though, but we do probably want to pull him out of the fight after this. Let's go ahead and take command. Hi there. Slight shuffling on position, but nothing too bad. Lock him down. 7 back's probably the toughest target. We also have that secton just outside. Don't want to forget that. There we go. Seb stunned, now the Scion. And now the one off right. Nice. Let the Whitland begin. Don't think we're going to get all three. At least not with additional threats that we also have to worry about down here, but we should be able to clear at least one or two. Caps were possible, but not a priority. Target out. Now for you. Let's make sure we have that door covered before we get too carried away here. Oof, Arrow is not in great shape. Honestly, even that's probably too risky. Why don't you hang back, bud? Alright, let's go ahead and take care of you. Then we'll get these porters plugged back up. Worry about the Seb next round. Nice, nice. Puts that one within decent capping range. Sheesh. Yeah, really missing the armor strip on the old laser weapons, even if they did do less damage overall. Fall back. Cam, you got this? That's fine. We've got command locked down. They're not going anywhere. Though I guess Arrow could still give it a shot. Hey, there we go. Nicely done. Honestly, the Seb so far back, we don't even really have to worry about plugging up the porters. He might make it down, but even if he does, there's no way he'd have enough points left to fire. And Friendby. Let's bring you back down. Hold. Huh. Really figured he'd try to push. Alright, fair enough. Gives us time to clear the Seb. And once we've got command, we'll know exactly where the Secton is. Ah, though he is still hanging pretty far back. Lock him down. And let's have a quick peek. Alright. Go ahead and shotgun rush the Seb. Risky move, but once we take the upper chamber, we'll know exactly where they are. Yeah, just go all the way in. We will fully commit. Okay. Less than I would have liked, but... Cam? There we go. And, oh my goodness, that is a lot of remaining enemies. But from here on out, we've got a pretty huge advantage, so, you know, let the culling begin. Okay, yeah, that could have been way worse. Yeah, there's just so many enemies tangled up in here. It's kind of tough to predict where they all might go. But hey, still worked out. Even got some bonus caps. Oh. Oh, man. And this is actually kind of tricky since, as aforementioned, there's no real safe way to approach an Andron. You just have to hope you take them down with that first shot. Hate that. And we're good. Well, with that one. Go for 2. Lock. Oh, come on, bud. Just lie down. Hey, there you go. And smoke. Nice. Oh. Holy moly. Alright, that wasn't great. But we're good. Man, Cam hanging in there with 1 hit point. That was rough. Oh boy, those Androns. Overall though, not bad. Relatively clean aside from a few missteps here and there. The Androns were really the stickiest wicket. They were the ones we really kind of struggled with. I'm just not really sure what to do with those guys other than hit them hard and fast. But you know what? Well worth the pain. Look at all those caps. You'll love to see it. And man, it was crazy how many of those guys we actually bypassed by beelining straight to command. Also, Diego with a bloody heart. Wow. How in the world did a shieldman get this far without already having one of those banked? Congratulations, bud. Get some rest. And you as well, Cam. Though they are far from the only ones to get some medals. That is a lot of relatively quick and easy gains. Plus some other extra medals on top. Gold Star for Anne. Crux Solaris for Lula. Gold Star and Crux for Captain Friendby. Not bad. Not bad at all. Come on back. Let's see how much this actually gets us. I mean, we pulled a boatload of caps. Oh, wow, really? Yeah, I guess those depreciating values really came back to bite us. Alright, fair enough. We'll take the mill. Every little bit helps. And you know what? We're already technically at time, but let's go ahead and push up the clock a bit. We'll see if we can bank at least one other gain. Yeah, we're only 2 days off from Ultradense Alloys. I would like to see what that actually unlocks. We'll push the clock up 2 days and change. Millennium Warheads. Blaine transfer. More Goss. And there we go. Ultradense Alloys. It has been fascinating to observe the continued evolution of extraterrestrial materials in the face of our own steadily advancing technology. Yet these ultradense alloys likely represent the pinnacle of what our enemies can achieve. The recovered samples resemble lumps of polished silver, but attempting to pick one up reveals they are astonishingly heavy, over 4 times the weight of lead. Indeed, one can easily dislocate a wrist if handling them with insufficient care, as several of my assistants have discovered. Microscopic analysis shows that each sample is a flawless metallic crystal formed from an extraordinarily tight lattice of ultra-heavy atoms, exhibiting exceptional impact and heat resistance compared to even our most advanced, hardened alloys. Fabricating these ultradense alloys requires compressing alien alloys with enough force to overcome the electrostatic repulsion pushing the atoms apart. In the natural world, this could only be achieved near the event horizon of a black hole. However, a sufficiently powerful graviton emitter can generate the same effect at a microscopic scale. Although this process is time-consuming and requires large quantities of alloys, the sheer strength and durability of these remarkable new materials means they will undoubtedly find a home in our cutting-edge technology. I shall prepare some new research proposals immediately. Very nice. Well, let's have a look. Which, yes, was the prereq we needed for fusion weaponry. So I think... Well, actually, that might not be the next on our list. I think that might be Vanguard Battlesuit, since we are in dire need of a proper armor upgrade. Also some other general miscellaneary. We'll give that a quick peek as well. Though at a glance, The only one there that really feels vital is the upgraded interceptor armor. And yeah, as much as I would like to rush right into fusion, let's go ahead and bank that Vanguard. I do also want to do the Colossus. I've had a few people ask why I haven't done that one yet, and honestly, it's just because it takes the most time. But I am now thinking, we'll do Vanguard, we'll do Fusion, then we'll do the Colossus. As for the rest of this stuff... Oh, okay, you know what? That one's actually pretty cheap. We'll go ahead and get that going. But we will hold off on that one. Yeah, this one's just a much higher priority. Honestly, as much as I hate to say it, we might just be getting to the point where, unfortunately, the Ares platforms are just not competitive enough compared to our normal, fully decked out soldiers. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. And you know what? Let's go ahead and push up a little further, just to lock in those new shields. I suppose we could push up a little further than that. Bank our next op. We've got a discount on the final Intel op. Oh, and a new wave. Retaliation coming in hot. Let's go ahead and swat that down. Nice work. Come on back. Anything else, or was that it? Nope, there we go. Harvester on an infiltration run. Let's go ahead and knock that out. Right in our backyard, too. New shields are in. Wow, though they are doing some actual damage to us. Really got to get those new Geminis tagged in. Go for full Gemini wings. Harvester over Asia, also on an infiltration run. No way the Phantom Wing can take it, so Gemini Wing back into the fray. How are we doing on the new ships? Four days out on the dropship. 10 days on Gemini 3. Target out. Come on back. Shame we don't have the ops points to spare. Would be nice to raid a wreck. Ooh, Abductor with double defender. Yeah, we can probably do that. Oof. Heaviest hit yet, but we got it done. Anything else? No, I think we're clear. Right, so let's just push up until we hit 105 ops points. And there's our final intel op. Welcome aboard. That'll make it slightly faster to scoop up the rest. Which I do think brings us to a good place to call it. Honestly, all told, not bad. Not quite the cakewalk the first satellite raid was, but we all still pulled through and banked some very nice bonuses. We're also now cleared for our second satellite raid, though we'll probably hold off at least a bit until we've got some Vanguard online. It would be nice to actually have some on tap next time we go up. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Honestly, feels like things are going pretty well. I mean, look at those panic levels. Even with the orbital strikes, we've got things pretty well under control. That said, we'll hit the pause button for now. I'll do some off-screen bookkeeping, and we will pick up here next time. See you then. Oh, and special thanks to the Raiders, the fine folks who help make these videos possible, including but not limited to Eerie V23, Revenant, Alois, Bowman, Dragon Matrix 7, Drakiith, EgonAlter, Exsellsior, Gottlieb, James Trimmier, Lady Shayna, Mark Giemza, RandomPassrby, RobbyB, Rowan Church, Triphoppenskip, and Valinrook. Thanks for your support, guys. That said, if you'd also like to help support the channel, then feel free to push the buttons that do the things. Trust me, it does make a difference. Or you could even check out the PayPal, the Patreon, the Nexus GG, or the YouTube memberships. Links are in the description.